telling y'all, it's a lot of behind the scenes that I don't show that I do on a daily basis. But anyways, we working. That's all. That's it. We just working. All right. So we starting off the day. Just got the embroidery machines cranked up. Another episode of Day in the Life of Embroidery Plug. We're knocking out more of these orders. As you can see these, we gotta wrap these up. We got like 75 of the fronts left, and then we got the sides. And then we have 200 of the sides, because it's 200 hats total. Hey, I'm A-Win. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Nice to meet you. Here, we ran a sample of these as well. These usually have the word Eastside Barbershop on the bottom. The client wanted to see how it looked without the word, so we took the words off. This is a restock. We've done this hat before. Well, we've done this design before, but not with this camo hat. This camo's fire, but we don't have that many left. We're down. We had like over 200. We're down to the last like 50. He ran it with these last time, these auto ones. These are cool as well, but something about the tree camos really fire to me. But those are going to be gone probably by the time y'all see this video. Here's another example. I told the client, this client is from Hawaii. This client is from Texas. I told him the orange looks really good and the red looks really good. And if you wanted to, we can do half orange and half red. Go ahead and sample each one of those colors so I can send him a picture and get it approved. And then we can wrap up the rest of his order when we get to his order. It's just nice knowing that everything's approved ahead of time and we don't have no back and forth. We can just do our thing. Take final pictures before we ship out your order and then send you the tracking, and that's it. Less back and forth, you know, simple, smooth, and concise. We're wrapping out the rest of these. Hey, Chacha. We got Eli right here. Elijah, say hi to the camera. He opened the door to come in here. Nosy dog. Clean up some of these. These are 3D puff embroidery on a navy suede brim with the trucker mesh. This is the only color we have in the style hat. We have blanks available on our website, embroideryplug.com. The link's in the description if you need blank hats. Clean these up real quick so I can use the hoop to hoop those camo hats and sample them. That way I can get those all approved before Christian comes in later in the day and runs the production on the rest of the orders. I'll run what I need to in the meantime, and I have a lot to do today. I have a lot to do every day. But anyways, we're working. That's all. That's it. We're just working. You know what it is? It is what it is. It's life. We got to put in the work. So I got designs to set up for screen printing because we do screen printing and direct environment printing as well. I got to set up all that. But I'm going to set up all this embroidery stuff first and give you behind the scenes about Embroidery Plug. Because running an embroidery shop, print shop, whatever you want to call it, it's not easy. And then having the skill set to do everything. Took me years to learn how to do what I do. And I'm self-taught, learned from YouTube University, you know what I mean? Took a couple classes, but the majority of everything I do and know is self-taught. I gotta hit this with the lighter for the one more time. It burns any excess thread and melts the foam. It helps shrink down the foam because with 3D puff embroidery, you use foam. That's what gives it the raised look, and then the thread stitches on top of it. So that's how you get that 3D puff look. But I need to run 2 samples on the camo. That way, you know, we can get that approved. Oh, dang, this bag's tight. I'm gonna have to rip it. Okay. Grab 2, get our stabilizer. We like to fold the stabilizer in half. You know, if you ever see us do this all the time, neither me, Christian, or Rick, or whoever else may be doing embroidery, we fold in half. So we have a center line, and we place it on a hoop. Right here is the center. So we like to put it right there. Slide it in. Boom. It lines up perfectly. And this right here will help it from sliding off. Take out that cardboard and pop the hat on the hoop. Hooping hats is a skill because just because you hoop a hat doesn't mean it's properly hooped or you hoop it evenly. It is an art. So you gotta make sure you hoop it properly. That way you can get it embroidered nice and neat and concise. After I put the hat in, I just put the latch right here. I just put the latch. I haven't clamped it down yet, right? So right here, once I get right there, make sure it's nice and straight. I push the metal latch in some to make sure it's even. You don't wanna just fold over and latch it down. That doesn't mean it's properly even, you know. You gotta make sure that the hat is nice and straight and everything. The latch and hoop is nice and even and covers the part of the hat that you need it to be on, right on the seam. And once you have that, that's when you can latch it down. And then add your binder clips on the back to hold the hat down. And then we have the hoop hat, the binder clips, stabilizer inside, and we just put it on the machine. Gotta do it one more time for this one. It's a lot of rinse and repeating here because what we do is very repetitive. I say that all the time, but you still want to pay attention to details. A lot of people don't. This one. Just by taking your time and make sure it's nice and hoop, it also reflects on the embroidery and it showcases in your work. Simple, but yet effective. On top of that, we gotta go measure it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do this. Pop this one on. Oh, it had a side logo. I ran a side logo in here last night. This is for a sample, so we can get it approved. We got the hat in. Our embroidery machine is a little bit older. These are probably like 10 years old, if so. So sometimes we run a lot of hats, so sometimes the latches don't go all the way in, so you gotta press it and make sure it's all the way in. That is secure, so it doesn't move or shift or pop off while you're embroidering. Change the design as well. Find that ruler. A ruler always seems to go missing. We got a whole bunch of files on here. Here we go. Check the colors, 4 and 14. So each number is the color thread, and we have 15 colors or 15 threads. Depending on the number, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I want a red, this is 4, which is we got right there, 4 and 14. Our 14 ones right here, which is the white. That's good. I just got to set the height and contour it to make sure it doesn't hit the bracket or the hoop, the bottom of the hoop. Measure that 1.5. This is contouring it, making sure the presser foot doesn't hit the bottom of that and that it clears it. Pretty much it outlines the position of the design so you know where the design's going to be at. We have it nice and centered. Just hit the button and the machine's going to stitch out. And we got the machines running like butter. 3D puff on these waterproof hats. We're running the production. Had to hop in the car real quick. Head to the post office to get some packages out because the clients need them ASAP. So we're going to go there real quick to drop off some packages. It's hot outside today, man. It's like 94 degrees. That's what we're going to do right now. Drop off the packages. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of behind the scenes that I don't show that I do on a daily basis. You know, it's more than just embroidery. You got to get the orders out. Either you have UPS come pick it up, or USPS come pick it up, or you gotta drop it off. Either way, you gotta get the packages out so the client can get the order. I don't have too many today, but I got a couple that I gotta get out. It's pretty simple. You walk in the post office, everything already has a shipping label, so I don't have to wait in line or anything. So that's one good thing about shipping ahead of time and just dropping it off. It's also cheaper if you buy labels online before you go to the store. They charge more. You know, you gotta pay for customer service and you gotta pay for the workers to work. That's why it costs more in person. Thank you. Have a good one. And that's pretty much it. I just walked in, dropped it off, and walked my way back out. Also, another part of business that you gotta learn how to do is how to ship out orders. You gotta learn, you know, do I ship it to UPS? Do I ship it to USPS? You know, what pricing is this? What pricing is that? So that's another thing that you guys gotta learn. You know, it's a never-ending process. You're always learning, especially if you're running a small business. The hardest part about starting a business or having your own business is the foundation. Foundation is the hardest part. So let's say if your parents already had a business and they already laid out the foundation, and your job is just to make it better or 10x their margins or, you know, keep it sustainable, it's a lot easier than building a business from scratch because the foundation is already there. You know, they already had source of income, they already had money coming in. So it's a lot easier than starting from scratch, learning everything from A to Z. You know, with me, I always learn the hard way, and I hate that about myself, but I do. I come from a background, the typical Vietnamese person. Parents grew up with a nail shop type shit, you know, and I didn't want to do nails. That's just something I didn't want to do. I grew up in the nail shop. I know how the nail shop works. I helped my parents out, all the other stuff. I never learned how to do nails. Not that I'm not capable of doing it. I just didn't want to learn how to do it because then I'll be forced to do it. You know, forced in, you know, as in like, hey, mom, dad needs help. Not that I don't want to help my parents, but I didn't want to get stuck in doing nails. So if I know how to do nails, I'm gonna get called in. You know, that takes away time from the way I think, the way I learn things, how I create things. I'm a pretty creative person, and I'm very good at problem solving too. So knowing your strengths and weaknesses on what you can do is great. But luckily, my parents are good, tired now. My mom still works, not because she has to, but it's because she wants to. You know, I come from parents where they work 6 days a week. The only days they have off is Sunday. Typical 9 to 7 at the nail shop for years. You know, they've been doing it for 40 plus years, and now it's time to do it. Now it's time for them to do their thing, relax, you know, fish. My dad likes to go fishing, so he does that a lot. I mean, I grew up on the water. I like to go fishing too, but here in Tampa, the fishing is just not that great, especially if you don't own a boat, and I don't have time to go on a boat and stuff like that with all the hours and stuff that I'm busy doing this, you know. So if you guys watching this and y'all relate to that, yo, all right, just let me know down below. Everybody comes from somewhere. Everybody starts from somewhere. I started this embroidery business with a heat press and a vinyl cutter in my small bedroom. I slept right next to the vinyl cutter. The heat press is right there. My desk was right there. My laptop was right there. We're back in the embroidery room. I just got a package in. I'm pretty hyped about it. I've been waiting on getting one of these for a long time. I never wanted to spend over 300 bucks on a light, and I just did. Let's do the unboxing. It just came in from Amazon. Oh man, so I'm missing the umbrella part of this light, but this is a studio light from Amaran. I've been wanting one of these studio lights for a good minute. I need better lighting for certain videos and also taking pictures of product shots. So I've been holding off on this. The softbox lights that you see over here, I had those for like 8 years. So they still work, but they're not as good as this right here. Hopefully this is good. I never owned one of these before, so I'm gonna try it out and see how it works. You know, you're here unboxing it with me. This is my first time. The packaging though, it's pretty cool. I like this foam solid case. So it's like a cool travel case and it protects the light. That's pretty cool. So this light alone is $200. And then I also bought the Umbrella Dome Mini 3. It's not here yet. It's coming in today as well. But hopefully that comes in soon so I can put that together and see how that works. Because this embroidery room doesn't have that many lights in here. Oh shit, I just ripped it. But hopefully I like it. It does its job. I mean, cool thing about Amazon, if you don't like a product, you can just simply return. So that's why I like shopping on Amazon for certain stuff. Ooh, voila, here we have it. It's pretty small. It's a 60-watt light. Hopefully it's bright. You know, it's pretty light. Plug, the bracket for it to hold it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty solid. Ooh-wee. Go ahead and put that on. The plug for like batteries too, so if you want to use batteries for the light, you can to make it more portable, but that's sold separately. So I just got the plug, and there weren't that many great reviews or great videos on this light. You know, I mean, I guess there's not that many things you can say about a light other than it does its job, and everybody's situation is different, so it's kind of hard to see everybody's perspective. Like, you know, like what they're using the light for in their YouTube videos is not what I'm gonna use it for. You know, they're using it for cinematography and all the fancy shit. I'm not doing all that. This is just a straight for the vlogs, straight for product shots, you know, behind the scenes, you know, that way I can film videos at night. So it's not, you know, so dark in here. Pull it down and that way you can twist this off. Boom. That's pretty cool. And we have a little LED light. A little guy, it's supposed to be a little guy with a lot of power. See what we working with. Can y'all see how bright it is? This is me shooting it at the back wall. But it's pretty bright though. I need a dome light and I think it should be good. Honestly, I don't need it any brighter than this. Damn it. My dumb ass just looked at the light. Don't look into the light. That is bright. Turn this down. Real quick though, I did figure out how to change it to Kelvin. You just gotta press it and hold it down, and 5500 Kelvin, which is like a nice white in my opinion. It's a nice medium, which is it's like the perfect white for me. But I'm gonna play with it whenever I get my dome in. Fire. My opinion, I like it so far. It's portable, that's why I got it. It's small but not too big in case I want to tote it anywhere with me. And on top of that, it doesn't come with the stand, but I have a whole bunch of those, so I'm good on that. But that would be plus if it came with a stand. Fire. Fire, man. Fire. Something about this orange and that red, just go hard. I already sent over the picture of the red one to the client. He loved it. It's clean. Just can't go wrong with the color combos. And you know, we know our color combos here. Which one? We got that, the red, we got that orange. I'm gonna call it that cherry and that orange. Y'all let me know in the comments which one, the orange or the cherry. They both fire. It's all preference though. I fuck with both. Let me send this over and get this one approved. Get that lighter real quick. Clean up the insides. Clean up the outside. Yo. Send over that picture. Looking tough. We knocking out these orders. We're running full production right now. Christian's here doing what we do. Gotta knock out all these hats. Finishing up the Autoplex order. We got that one popped off. We gotta fix that. This. Let me put this thread back in. Bro, I cannot see today. How we ran these right here, the cherry colorway and that orange colorway, the client loved it so much that he placed another order for the last 50. So we only have like 24 left. It's crazy. My dude said he sold out of camos in his last order. Not this one, but he ran the other auto camos. He sold out within 2 days. Camo's going crazy in Hawaii. And then he wants me to run one with purple. I think purple's gonna look really good. So we're gonna run a sample on purple and see how that looks. We're knocking out the rest of these orders. Not trying to knock out these Autoplex hats. It's gonna take a minute because it's 400 locations. So hopefully we can get that done with the next day or two. I'm gonna go ahead and run that purple so we can get that approved too and see if that's what he wants to do. Might as well run a purple one. We could run it on this one. I ran it on this one. That's why I was on this machine earlier. Yeah, just a regular one with the words. It's just ESD right there. Perfect. So it should be purple, so that's 14, and then white, which is 10. And we went straight to work, knocking out these hats and orders, getting the job done like we always do. And if you're loving these videos and content, please make sure to subscribe and like the videos. It really helps out a lot. And comment any questions down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to the next episode.